Okay, now that we have all that house cleaning out of the way, let's jump into the show today, which we have a big one of. So, as the first story of the day involves a story that's a little follow up that basically happened a few weeks ago, and it was right after the release of a film, and I'm talking about Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors is, we haven't heard a peep since what happened with the arrest 3 weeks ago. And um, now that we know a little bit more, a lot of people and a lot of companies have decided to, whether it's withdraw their, um, shows or what have you. He recently just did, a commercial for the Army, excuse me, and basically the Army withdrew that. So now we know that um, he has been dropped by not only several other projects, but his PR. So this comes to us from Hollywood Reporter, and it says Jonathan Majors dropped by Entertainment 360 months amidst assault allegations. Jonathan Majors is no longer repped by management Entertainment 360, and the move coming as the actor faces criminal charges in New York, sources confirmed to the Hollywood Reporter. The public relations firm, The Lead Company, also stepped aside last month and is no longer repping him, sources tell THR. Majors was arrested on suspicion of strangulation, assault, and harassment in New York on March 26th after a woman sustained minor injuries in what police described as a domestic dispute. Majors was charged with 2 counts of assault in the third degree, aggravated harassment in the second degree, attempted assault in the third degree, and harassment in the second degree. Majors, through an attorney, has denied any wrongdoing. Jonathan Majors is completely innocent and is probably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows, the actor's criminal defense lawyer said, told the THR in a statement at the time. We are quickly gathering and presenting evidence to the district attorney with the expectation that all charges will be dropped imminently. Those charges have not gone away. However, his next court appearance is scheduled for May 8th. Majors, who has been one of the Hollywood's top up-and-coming actors, has filmed a role in season 2 of Marvel's Loki as villain Kang the Conqueror, where he is said to appear in about half the episodes. The series is expected to run later this year. Kang is slated to be a big part of Marvel's future plans, serving as the title character in the next Avengers film, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, which is dated for May 2nd, 2025. The actor recently starred in Creed 3 and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. He also has the Sundance Drama Magazine dreams to open the award season friendly date of December 8th from Searchlight, which required which acquired the project before Major's arrest. Majors remains rep by WME, which Deadline was the first to report this. Okay, let's talk about this because there's a lot to digest here. Number one, let's get this out in the open. He is innocent until proven guilty. Okay, that it goes without saying. And the fact is that we live in a society today where everybody jumps on everybody the minute something happens. Um, Now, that being said, okay, this doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. We haven't heard anything. We've had a couple of projects. He's had a couple of projects drop. The United States Army, as I said, dropped the campaign. He is set to appear in season 2 of Loki. And this he was just in Creed 3. He was just in the new Ant-Man. This raises a lot of interesting questions, okay, to say the least. Number one, what happens? Okay. If he is found guilty, he deserves everything he gets. I'm going to say that right now. Okay. If in fact that these charges are um, dropped in some capacity, or he is exonerated in some capacity, and it proves without a shadow of a doubt, okay, that he is innocent, then I think what we need to do as film fans and people is give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Um, this what all of these companies and what all of these sponsors are doing right now is they're distancing themselves because let's face it, they want to be safe. They want to be safe because they don't want to be looked upon as, you know, because they're a business. They're going to lose business. Um, so all of that being said, I think that we have to give him the benefit of the doubt until the evidence is overwhelming. And right now, we don't know what it is. We weren't there in that cab. We weren't there in that bar. We don't know what happened. Okay. Now, if there's a video in the cab that exonerates him, or the text messages, or whatever else, we'll figure that out when the time comes. That being said, he has been dropped. And like I said, it's a business. They don't want to be associating with him. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. So I think the major takeaway here is this. We need, especially on social media, because I'm on Twitter quite a bit, and the tweets that just come out say, he's guilty, put him away. We don't know. We don't know. So I think once we get more information, once we get more details, then we can say definitively. Now there's another thing too. Marvel has put all their eggs in this actor. What happens if he is guilty? Well, they're going to have to go look for somebody else. Problem is that he's in about half of season 2 of Loki. How do they handle that? Okay. So I think the writers at Marvel are going to have to get very creative and figure out what's going on. If I were them, okay, I wouldn't have him be in any cutscenes or anything else until maybe, 6 months from now, until this whole thing blows over. So, and then you just bring a new Kang in, and that's that. So, it is what it is. Um, I, I, I'm not going to make a judgment one way or the other because I can't say he's guilty or he's not guilty. So we have to see what the information provides. I think that the biggest thing, like I said, is on social media. I think because on social media he's guilty until proven innocent, and I think that's the biggest thing we've got to understand too. People are very, very quick to judge and jump to a judgment, and we need to just take a breath, take a step back, and figure out what's going on. So, and it's truly sad because he was the perennial guy, the hottest guy in Hollywood, hands down. I mean, you just take a look at this picture here. You had Magazine Dreams on the left, which probably he was going to get an Academy Award nomination for. He may still, he may not. Well, I mean, depending on what this whole thing entails. You have Creed 3 in the middle, which was a huge, huge win for you know Amazon. Okay, I mean they're going to be developing a whole Creed, verse going in Amazon. Michael B. Jordan being the EP there and the creator, and then of course you have Kang, Kang the Conqueror here over here on the right, and just he was going to be the next big bat. So we'll see what happens. I hope, and I say this, sincerely, I hope everything, I hope he's innocent of these charges. I hope. Um, but if he did it, then he did it, and you know what? He deserves everything he gets. So, um, yeah. What do you guys think about the whole Jonathan Major situation? What did you think when you first heard it? How do you or how did you react? Leave me your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll get back to everybody.